My name is Emma. I am 35 years old, and my life was calm and peaceful for many years. I had a wonderful husband and 2 amazing children. Everything seemed perfect, like a dream I never wanted to wake up from. But one day, everything changed. I met my husband, Peter, when I was young. He was older than me, with a steady and kind presence that made me feel safe. Peter was not only kind and caring but also incredibly smart. He had a good job, a beautiful home, and a vision for the future. I admired him deeply. We got married soon after I finished school. It was a big wedding filled with laughter, love, and hope. My white dress sparkled under the lights, and Peter looked dashing in his black suit. Everyone celebrated our union as if it were the beginning of a fairy tale, and it was, for a while. A few years later, we welcomed our 2 children. Our son, Jake, is now 10 years old, and our daughter, Lily, is 8. They became my entire world, filling my days with joy, laughter, and purpose. Peter was a doting father who made sure our family was always happy and secure. He encouraged me to grow, to learn, and to be an active part of our family business. Emma, he would say, you need to know everything about the business. It's important for you and the kids. His wisdom guided me, and I felt so lucky to have him by my side. But life has a way of surprising you, often in ways you least expect. One evening, Peter mentioned he wasn't feeling well. "It's just my heart," he said with a dismissive wave. "I'll be fine." I believed him because Peter was always so strong. A few days later, we hosted a dinner to celebrate a new business deal. Peter was the life of the party, smiling and laughing with our friends. But as the evening wore on, I noticed he looked tired. His face turned red, and he said he felt hot. Later that night, Peter's heart stopped. I called for help, desperately hoping it wasn't true. But it was too late. He was gone. The love of my life, the father of my children, the man who had been my rock, was gone. The days that followed were a blur of tears and sorrow. My children cried, and I cried with them. I felt lost and empty, unable to imagine a life without Peter. For months, I could barely get out of bed. One day, as I lay in the dark, my daughter Lily came to me. "Mom," she said, her small voice trembling, "please don't leave us too." Her words broke through my grief and gave me a reason to fight. I knew I had to be strong for Jake and Lily. They needed me, and I couldn't let them down. I threw myself into work, taking over the family business as Peter had taught me. I learned to manage our finances, make decisions, and build relationships. It was exhausting, but it gave me purpose. My children became my motivation. Every smile, every hug, every "I love you, Mom" reminded me why I needed to keep going. One day, as I was organizing Peter's belongings, I found a letter he had written before he passed. In it, he said, "Emma, you are strong. Don't let life take your smile. Live fully, for yourself and for the kids." His words touched my heart and gave me a new perspective. I realized that while Peter was gone, his love and wisdom would always remain with me. I decided to honor his memory by living the way he would have wanted, with courage and hope. For years passed, and I stayed away from relationships. I told myself I would never love again, that my heart belonged to Peter. But life has a way of surprising you when you least expect it. I joined a hobby group to learn embroidery, something I had always wanted to try. There, I met a kind woman named Sarah. She introduced me to her brother, Alex. Alex was tall and strong, with piercing blue eyes and a gentle smile. He was 28, younger than me, and full of energy and optimism. At first, I thought nothing of it. He's too young, I told myself. He wouldn't be interested in someone like me. But Alex had a way of breaking down my walls. "Emma, you're beautiful," he said one day, catching me off guard. I felt shy but couldn't help smiling. We started talking more, and I discovered how kind and understanding Alex was. He made me laugh, something I hadn't done in years. One evening, he invited me out for coffee. We talked for hours, sharing stories about our lives. I told him about Peter and my children, and he listened intently. "I know it's hard for you," he said softly, "but I want to be here for you." I was hesitant. What would people think? How would my children feel? And most of all, what about Peter? But Alex was patient. He never rushed me or pressured me. Instead, he became a steady presence in my life, helping with my work and spending time with Jake and Lily. My children adored him. "Mom, he's so fun," Jake would say, and Lily often giggled at Alex's jokes. For the first time in years, I felt happy. Alex brought light into our lives, and I started to see a future I hadn't dared to imagine. After a year, Alex told me he loved me. "Emma," he said, "I want to be with you. Let's build a life together." I hesitated. "I can't forget Peter," I said, tears in my eyes. Alex took my hand and said, "I'm not asking you to forget him. I just want to be part of your life." His words touched my heart. I thought about Peter and the letter he had written. He wanted me to be happy, to move forward. I realized that loving Alex didn't mean letting go of Peter. It meant embracing life again. I told my children about Alex moving in, and they were thrilled. "That's great, Mom," Lily said, her eyes shining with excitement. We moved into a new house, big enough for all of us, and started a new chapter together. Alex brought love and laughter back into our home, and I felt whole again. Now, I know that life is unpredictable. It can be hard and painful, but it can also be beautiful. Peter will always have a special place in my heart, but I have learned that there is room for new love and new happiness. Life is about love, family, and moving forward. I am grateful for my past and excited for my future. My children, Jake and Lily, remind me every day of Peter's love and strength. And with Alex by my side, I have found the courage to embrace life again. Thank you for listening to my story. If you found it inspiring, please share it with someone who might need a little hope today.